And away we go. It is hammer time. So I'm redoing a classic. So I made this video many years ago. It's time for a refresher course. Get a little bit of a new twist on this with all the new features. Also, there's a few things on here over the years I've been meaning to change, but today I'm actually going to do it. You should be proud of me. I don't often do this kind of stuff. So here we go. We're going to make some changes. All right. So File, New, Metric. So if you can't see it, the little down arrow right here. Metric, standard mm.ipt. Okay, so if I pause a few times, I apologize. I'm watching myself make the hammer while I'm drawing it for myself. So there's a lot of me going on here. And hopefully with this, you get it also. So here we go. We're going to start this one a little differently than we've done in the past. So as we get started, we're not going to go into 2D first. We're going to set up some 3D stuff. So we're going to set up some planes first. So I need you to click the plus by the origin, move your mouse to the XY plane, right-click on it, and go Visibility. This will allow you to be able to see what you're doing. I'm going to shift and scroll so we can see it a little bit easier. In fact, a lot of times what I like doing is I like choosing the corner of this box so it's in a nice little isometric angle. Just doing isometric drawing, so it's on my mind. All right, plane offset. So plane offset. I'm going to click this. You're going to bring it forward 25, and then you press Enter. Do it again. Plane offset. Click that. 25 again. Do it one more time. Plane offset. Click here. Last one is 40. So 25, 25, and 40. Take a moment to do that, and we'll see what the next step is. Next step. I think I said that twice. Click on this back one, and we're going to go to Create Sketch. Okay. Now, no worries. If you want to see this, this is actually kind of cool. You're drawing on this back sketch. These are just kind of hanging out here in front. So they are there. I'm going to click front to go back to my normal view. Alrighty. So we're going to do a rectangle first. It's really important you guys are doing the same rectangles I'm doing. And you're going to do the 2-point center. So 2-point center. Click here. Now this is going to be a square. We're going to press Tab. Remember, we're going to go 60, Tab, 60. Press Enter. Got that in there. You're looking pretty. Press Finish Sketch. Okay, next up, we're going to click on the second plane. So the first one you offset, which is 25. You're going to click on, once again, Create Sketch, and you're going to do a circle. And this circle should be 50. Doing good? Press Finish Sketch. Okay, so next one, we're going to click on this plane right here. This is your third plane. You're going to click on Create Sketch. This one we're going to do kind of weird, but it will make sense in the end. So I just want you to click on the Project Geometry little icon up here. And you're just going to click on this corner right there. And then we're going to draw a circle from the middle point out to here. Just do it. It's going to work out just fine. So press Finish Sketch. You got that one done. One more. This one you're going to click on this surface. Click on here. Now, we could draw a circle, but that takes too much time. I'm just going to click Project Geometry. Click here. Finish Sketch. You're done. So this is an exact copy of this. So a nice way to use that tool in your program in order to recreate something that you don't feel like drawing again. And I don't either. Next, we're going to do a loft. Loft is one of my favorite things to do in this program. It's just kind of cool. So click Loft. Now this is why your center points being lined up is so important on these. So that's why we just don't draw no man's land. So we're going to click the first one. Second, you should start get to preview. Third, fourth, press OK. So this and still is the head of your hammer. So you got that now done. If while you're working on these, if some of these planes are getting annoying, which they do for me all the time, you can right click on it and go down to Visibility and click it, and that will go away. I want to keep this one here for right now because I'm going to use him later on, I think. But as of right now, let's just leave him there. All right, next plane here, I'm going to just rotate this so it's on a nice little isometric plane. And we have to do another offset plane here. So I'm going to choose my down arrow, go offset plane, click this. Now I have to go backwards, so you need a negative number. So minus 200 is a number that I'm searching for. Okay? Okay, and then we're going to create a new sketch on here. All right, next step, I'm going to zoom in on here so it's a little bit easier for you to see. But I need to just draw a vacant line somewhere right here. As long as it's perpendicular, you're fine. And then we're going to dimension this. So from here to here at 34. Now, just for the sake of my own sanity, let's do this. Let's line up the center point of whatever line you drew. So I'm going to click this and find the center point like this and line it up so these are lined up. It's not going to be a big deal, but I just want to make sure that's done just to help with the headache that I've had with this a few times while I've done this fun-filled hammer. All right, and go ahead and press your finish sketch. So we're going to do something really different now. We're going to do a new one called angle to plane around edge. It kind of does exactly what it says. So click this. So the function of this is to create a plane where you have to create a plane around a line and another plane that you have. So angle to plane on edge. So you have to click the plane first, you click the edge, and you get a plane that comes right here. This is perpendicular, of course. So I'm going to drag this around, and I'm going to get to 200. You can type it in too, that works also. Right here, press check mark. Now you've made this weird angled plane. Looks good. All right, next up, I'm going to create a sketch on our new plane, of course. So there we go. Now there's one thing I want to show you on this before you get drawing. This is obviously at a weird angle. So if you look at your object and you move things around, you'll see your angle goes weird. And it can be somewhat difficult just to navigate back there otherwise. Here's how you fix that problem. There's this thing here called Look At. It'll help you look at certain angles, certain planes that you might be struggling with finding. So if I click this and I click this, it will line me up with that plane. It's a really cool feature here. Okay? All right, next I want to project this line that we originally drew here. And then I need to put a point on its center point. So you can see here, if you look close enough, how it's trying to help me line things up. And I know these are all lined up because I did this earlier. So I'm going to choose this center point right here. This should all be lined up. That's why I did that earlier. So go ahead and press your finish sketch. So next, I'm actually finished with this sketch right here, with this thing. So I'm going to hide it. So I'm going to click it, right click, and erase the visibility, because it's going to start to get things a little bit crazy around here with all the planes that we're about ready to start making. So I need to get an arc through here. So here's how I do that. We're going to make a new sketch on this surface. Doesn't matter if you click on the plane or this. And all I want to do is put a point in the middle of this and press your finish sketch. Next, I want to offset this plane here. So we're not done with doing those yet. So offset plane, we're going to click this, and we're going to go back. So it should be -75. So then we're going to click on this surface here and go create sketch. Now, the main thing I want from here is that dot again. So I'm going to hit project geometry. I'm going to click that dot. So if I press shift and scroll, you'll see how I have these dots starting to line up. And there's a reason I'm doing this, and it's all going to come together right now. We also need to project on this plane here this square. So if I just click right there, you see it pops over. So I just click this square right here, and it popped over to make this square right there, because we're going to have to extrude this from here to here eventually. All right, next step. We have to make a new plane, of course, because we love making planes in this class. So this plane is going to go right down the center. So it's going to be this YZ plane. So it'll open up like so. You'll see it's blue. I'm going to click right here. Now, just so you know, if you press F7, you get something called slice graphics. Okay, we'll do this a lot more later on, but this is a way to see halfway through your object. I just want to show you this real quick. So I'm going to turn that back on. So we're going to do an arc. We're going to do a 3-point arc, and you're going to click on this dot here and this dot here. Actually, it won't click there because I have to project it. So project this and this, that way this plane can see it. Otherwise, it just sees it as background noise. Let's try that again. Click this circle, or that dot, and that dot. You see how it wants to snap on? And then you're going to type 200. There we go. We got that done. Awesome. All right, press finish sketch. So now we're going to start doing some extruding and other things. So we're going to extrude. We're going to click. Well, that's going to go this way, so that's great. I was going to go this way to that, but let's just go here to there. And watch this. I'm going to go I'm going to go this, and it'll just shoot it right to it. Or you can type in 75. It doesn't really matter. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is have to do one more sketch on this plane here. So I want you to re-click the sketch. Yes, we've done this a bunch, but it's all about the setup here. So we're going to use this dot right there. So I'm going to project it just to make sure I can see it. Then I'm going to go with the rectangle for the center point. Your measurements here are 50 on top, 5 on the side. You got that ready to roll. Press your finish sketch. Okay, moment of truth. Whew, we can do this. I need to see this plane also. So if that's turned off, I need to see this projected. So I don't, yep, right here. So my sketch 8, I need to see my visibility. If you don't have that, and if it's not popping up, you can do a new sketch and do a project geometry, and it will come back up. Okay, so we're going to do a loft now again. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click my square. I'm going to click this square here. It's going to go, hey, I'm going to shoot to this. No, 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 no. I do not want to. I want to click this center line right here, which will be your arc. This will swoop it at that nice little hammer curve. Press OK. We did it. Whew. You did awesome. Hopefully you got that. Hopefully you got that. Really do. All right, let's hide some planes. We're done with you now. Visibility. We're done with you now. Visibility. And we're done with you now. Visibility. Okay, I need to bring back something real quick because I need to see this line. Sorry, I jumped there for a second, but I had to make a quick edit to the video because I need to see the line back down here. Okay, so this one I still am not quite done with. All right, here we go. We're going to do the part of the hammer that will pull out the nails. Alrighty, here we go. We're going to do one of those angled planey things again. So here's what you're going to do. The angle to plane around edge. Hopefully you'll be an expert at this at the end. You're going to click this line right here that's along your middle. And then I want to click on the XY plane. I don't want to click here because that's not the right one I want to work with. I want to go with the XZ plane right here. Sorry, the XZ. Now I need to get my angle, which is 325. So let's do 325, okay? Depending on which way you're going, make it look close to this. This one's not as big of a deal, okay? So our next option we're going to do is we have to offset this plane. Plane. Offset. And we're going to go up, let's go up 40. All right, let's make a new sketch on this plane right here. Okay, so we're going to draw the part of the hammer that actually cuts it out. So I'm trying to focus on more of this area in here. So let's do a project geometry right here first. That way we can see the area that we're going to work on. So real quick, we're just going to sketch. I want you to try to click on the bottom of this as much as you possibly can. Try to click that little black line down there if possible. And you're going to go up to right here in the middle of this line that popped up. And I'm going to do the same thing down here. Then draw a line here so it all attaches. Okay? So it's not symmetrical yet, but we're going to make it that way. So we're going to draw a line straight down the middle here. This is going to be our symmetry line. And do a dimension. Boom, boom, boom. Let's call this 20. It's going to look weird for a second. Actually, it's not bad. Let's do a symmetry. Or symmetric. Left, right, middle. There it is. It's all right. And go ahead and press finish sketch. I kind of jumped forward because I was practicing something and I realized I did it right. So I want to make sure that we're good with the time we have left. Okay, press extrude. This is going to be a cut. Click here. It should cut straight through, but it's going to leave this end right here. So what I'm going to do is cheat a little bit. I'm going to do a 3 taper, which will kind of angle it out more, which we probably won't anyway with our hammer. Awesome. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm out of time for this video. We'll get it done with the next one. Talk to you in a minute. Bye.